Hello, Joe. It's like a dashing pose.
Let's do it.
Good.
Boom. Hey, Greg. Long time no talk, man.
How's it going?
How's fatherhood of two treating you?
Every day is an adventure. Spoken like a veteran, right?
Yeah. Totally. So yeah, everything's been going good? All in all, everything's good?
Yeah. Everything's been going great. You know, the little guy is getting big and strong and starting to giggle.
Nice. Love the baby giggles, man.
Yeah. Started tickling him. So he's really getting into it. It's kind of funny. It gives him the hiccups. and then the hiccups put him to sleep. So it's kind of like, ooh. I don't know if I just discovered something, but yeah, it's funny. He's a very smiley baby, so it makes things a little bit easier.
Awesome.
You know? Yeah. How's everything with you?
Dude, busy as heck. And yeah, I'm pretty happy. Things are cooking along pretty good. I've been working my tail off for the entire summer. And I've been really trying to ramp up like all the email engagement that I've been doing and doing deals of the week. And yeah, it's been a lot of work. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And I think it's starting to pay off. So yeah, all the hard work's starting to pay off. I like to see that.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of conversions.
Yeah, a decent amount. Get a lot of new customers and whatnot. So they always like to, obviously, a deal is always, people always like a deal, right? So if it's a older stack they haven't seen or used it, and it's not only just the deal, but it's also kind of like, re-advertising something that's still tried and true, but maybe not, brand spanking new. You know what I mean? So just because something wasn't released within the past 3 or 4 months doesn't mean it isn't good. You know what I mean? So
Right.
just kind of, putting eyes and attention on things that people might not look at otherwise.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have time for that yet. I'm still trying to work on my website. I finally bit the bullet. Found a copywriter. So we're like three pages or so.
Cool. Where'd you find the copywriter?
A friend of a friend. This gentleman I work with that I've known for a long time out in the UK that does graphic design, UI, icons, and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've known him. I think he did the Weaver Picks 1 and 2 icons. He used to work at like Shiny Frog way back in the day. I don't remember that company.
Nope.
Okay. They did Deli Bar or something like that.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. I know Deli. Yeah, I remember Deli Bar.
Yep.
That was a sweet icon, actually. Yeah. When I remember.
Yeah, the frog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't they? Then they redid one. It wasn't like a candy bar for Deli Bar. It was like a candy bar thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Met him a long time ago, stayed in touch, and he introduced me to someone he just worked with recently. So yeah, working through it, and
sweet.
About three pages done, probably about half a dozen so more to go.
Cool.
But can't wait to get it done. That's for sure.
That's on my to-do list as well. I coach robotics for my son's robotics high school team, and one of the dads there is trying to start a copyright business on the side because he kind of wants a change of pace. He's currently like a manager at a homeowners association or something like that, and so he's been studying copywriting and wants to try to go freelance. So he offered his services to build his portfolio for me. So we're gonna be chatting it up once school starts when I see him. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's it's a lot of work. It's
Totally.
but I find this copywriter is actually, I'm really happy with her so far. And it's not just the words on the paper kind of person, but thinks through the goals and the meanings and the tone and the branding, not just filling it in with buzzwords,
Yeah. There's a great book that I read this year called Story Brand from Donald Miller. That was really, really good. Not sure if you want to go down that rabbit hole, but it was a great book. Totally recommend it. So if anyone out there wants to learn about branding and copywriting and all that stuff, Story Brand is really, really good.
Cool. I have to check that out sometime. Yeah, it's a fun experiment. I mean, I think the best thing about it is the orthogonal thinking. It's just, you write code so much that sometimes your brain needs to do something that's just different.
Totally
just flowing. So I hear you got well, first off, tomorrow is a big day.
Yep.
At least it'll be the past by the time this gets published.
Yes. But as of our recording, tomorrow is Stacks Day. Sorry. Did I spoil the?
You had your opportunity. I was going to tell you drum roll.
The drum roll. Oh, damn it!
Totally off a game these days, Joe.
I know. Here. It's Stacks Day. There we go. I put in the drum roll. There we go. There we go. I made up for it.
All right. So check out our previous episode number
31. It was episode 31. Check it out. Me and Greg went over all of our favorite features in Stacks 4. That show is still 100% relevant. So yeah, check out episode 31. So weaverradio.com/31 and listen to that show if you want to hear about our favorite features in Stacks 4. But I'm super stoked for Stacks. I've been pushing Isaiah to dude, release it. And finally, yesterday he gave us Stacks Dev 2 days notice. Thanks, Isaiah. Right? Right? He gave us 2 days notice, but I'm finally happy that Stacks 4 is here for everybody. So go out and buy it. It will revolutionize the way you build websites, just like Stacks 3 did. So.
Yeah, huge congrats to Isaiah. I know you've been working long and hard on that. So, glad to see you finally crossing the finish line. That's often the hardest part, getting that final release out the door.
Yep.
So congrats.
So celebrate, go out and buy some meds, Isaiah, and have a couple weeks off on us.
Well, that's on us. Yeah. On Joe. That one's on Joe. So.
Sure. On me.
He'll buy you a round of your favorite drug of choice.
I'll even throw a bottle of scotch in there too.
Yeah.
What harm could that be mixing, right?
Yeah, right. Didn't say kill him. That was probably one of the most interesting lessons I learned is, you get this release, you feel like you finally crossed the finish line. It's like, no, that's not the finish line. That's like the 30-yard line. You get
totally.
Support. You get all the inquiries after that, all the follow-ups, all the questions. It's like, it's not done as soon as you release it.
Stacks 4's had a pretty long beta. I think I've had it since December or January. So, 7 or 8 months. Right. And, yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty stable, but I know just like anything, when the masses get it, I know there's probably gonna be some sort of nasty bug that we're gonna be like, how the heck did I not find this in 7 months? I don't know, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles with dev, right?
Yeah. You try your best. Hope for the best, plan for the worst.
Yep. So next week though, I got Isaiah. He's gonna come on my live show. We got to get him on the podcast too. I guess we should probably do a podcast show with him too. I'll chat with him about that too, so we can have a. I guess I won't label it as a 3-way, but we'll have a 3-way conversation with Isaiah.
This podcast just sunk to a whole new low.
Man, what happened to us, Greg?
Oh,
Man.
wow. We had such high ambitions to start. This deteriorated pretty quickly.
Man, do I have to tick the for over 18 crowd on this podcast episode or what? Man, sorry about that, everybody. I swear this is water, Greg. It's not vodka. Okay.
Okay. Well, now we might have to. I guess this was 31 episodes or years due to you. What has it been? Like, oh man.
So yeah, next week, Wednesdays, if you haven't been watching my live streams every week, I did a pretty cool one today actually on Affinity Designer and how to do like symbols in Affinity and stuff. It was kind of cool. I fumbled through it. It was something I wanted to learn, so I figured why not do it live and watch everyone watch me learn it too. And so that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, next week I am Isaiah's going to be on. We'll be talking about Stacks 4. Be pretty interesting. So I haven't had another person on my live stream since I think like week 2. So yeah, it's been that'll be fun. And yeah, we'll have to get him on the podcast too. And speaking of next big things is so I have to give a little bit of heck to Isaiah because I was planning on tomorrow I was going to launch tickets for the conference, right? And but then Isaiah was like, I'm launching Stacks 4. So I'm going to be delaying. I know even in my email that I sent out over the weekend, I said tickets are going to go live August 1st. Well, I don't want to squash on Isaiah's launch day. So I will delay those ticket sales until next week, probably till August 7th. So August 7th, make sure that, yeah, I'll send an email out, right? But ticket sales for the Weaver Space Conference, I'm actually going to call it the Weaver Space Summit this year. I'm gonna rename it from conference to summit. And so
we're classy again now. I mean, you got me really confused here. What's?
Yep, Weaver Space Summit, Greg. And yeah, so that'll be fun. I've been working pretty hard the past few weeks on a couple things. So I have an entirely new platform that I'm running the conference on, and it is a platform made just for virtual conferences. And it's a pretty new service, so there's obviously some monkeys in the works, in the wrenches. But I've been working hard on getting the site up because it kind of like auto generates the site for the conference and everything, and it has a whole backend to manage speakers and talks and all kinds of other stuff. So it's good. But there are some quirks to the system. So it's even right now, it's not exactly how I wish it would be, but it's good enough to get out to the world and get started. So yeah, I'm really excited. I also finally got my last speaker this weekend. So yeah, I ironed up my last speaker. Actually, I have 2 more speakers than I have slots. So I'm probably going to squeeze in either those extra speakers, or I'm not sure what we'll do, but we'll squeeze them all in. I have 17 speakers. Originally I had 15 slots, but I have so many great things that I can't pick any of them to get rid of. So we're going all out. We're keeping everybody. So yeah, obviously the headliner extraordinaire here is going to be Greg, because he has a super secret talk that he's not even going to tell us yet what it's about. Yeah, so I'm really excited to hear what Greg's talk's going to be about.
Yeah. You want to hear? You want a hint, Joe? Do you want a teaser?
Oh, a teaser. Ooh.
Yes, you ready?
Tease me, Greg.
I have no bleeping idea.
Hey, we're keeping it PG here. Nice, I like it.
I said bleeping. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was.
So anyway, here I'll just run through the speaker list really quick. We got Jason Resnick's going to be back. He's talked a couple times already. He's always been a favorite. So he's going to be talking about how to do warm outreach and kind of word of mouth and how to get new customers, especially for the introverted people. A lot of people tend to be kind of introverted, and they're not really the outgoing marketing type. So he's going to talk about how to do some warm outreach, especially if you're introverted. So that'll be fun. I have a relatively new friend of mine that I've gotten to know over this past, I don't know, maybe about a year I've known him now. He's going to be talking about video on the web, and he is like a master video editor. Like he does commercials for like major cruise lines and stuff like that. And he's like a Final Cut wizard. And he's going to be talking about, I haven't quite zoned in exactly on what he's going to be talking about on video. I want to make sure I sent out a survey with some people talking about asking him what they want for videos. So he's going to be talking about something for video for the web. Obviously we have Isaiah's talking about Stacks 4. Philip Van Dusen, he's back again. He was here a couple years ago. He's going to be talking about how to some of the struggles of going full-time. So like a lot of us have day jobs and we're trying to become a full-time freelancer. So he's going to be talking about that transition and things that we need to do to do that. I have two really big names in the SEO world. First is Brendan Hufford. He recently he's been really doing this series lately on Twitter called like 100 Days of SEO. That's been getting a lot of traffic and retweets on Twitter, which is pretty cool. And he's got a great YouTube channel as well. And then the big one, I have Sam O from Ahrefs. Ahrefs.com is probably like the best SEO tool out there. And by far, their YouTube channel, Sam O runs their YouTube channel, and he has the best videos on SEO out there. So I was really stoked. I met him at a conference I went to in Vegas past March, and he agreed to speak. I don't know why, man. I can't believe I was a little floored when he agreed to speak. So I'm really excited about that.
Sounds like a pretty full show, huh?
Yeah.
Joe, you're making me sweat here, Joe.
And another fan favorite is Elizabeth Martinez is back. Right. So she always kills it. She's going to be talking about what your clients really want. And so, yeah. And the last speaker I assigned, I got this weekend, and another really big name that some of you might not be aware of. Her name's Sherry Walling. And she's the better half of Rob Walling, who started Drip, drip.com. It was just a pretty big email marketing campaign software. But she is she has a PhD, and she is a psychologist for entrepreneurs. And she's going to be talking about kind of like handling, mental health and burnout for people that are, freelancers or trying to start their own business and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about her. I actually totally didn't think I'd be able to land her as a speaking gig. Check out her book. It's like Shit Happens or something like that. It's a really great book. And then her podcast is called Zen Founder. And that's really great. She talks about a lot of entrepreneurs and founders. And she talks about, their mental state and struggles that they go through, and gives them help straight up on the podcast. So check her out. She's really cool. I'm really excited about that. So I won't go through all the rest of the speakers, but we have 17 of them. Really excited about it. And also, here's another fun fact. I have 6 female speakers this year, Greg. 6. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I asked, for the ladies to step up and volunteer to speak. And we have 6 female speakers this year. Really excited about that. Before, we only had Elizabeth. We love you, Elizabeth. You do a great job, but I'm glad that we have more representation. And on top of that, we have 8 new speakers. So 8 new speakers, 6 total female speakers. I'm really excited. I think it's a great lineup, and I can't wait for everyone to join. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You've really, kept with the conference stuff and made it into something that's really diverse. I mean, I'm glad you've kept me part of it. And if anybody has anything that really want to hear about, please let me know. I'm up to my elbows in a toddler and a 3-month-old right now, but
how to teach your 3-month-old Rapid Weaver? How about that?
How to teach yeah. That'd be a video series, right?
Yeah.
Also may end up calling protective services on me, but that might be child labor at that point.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, seriously, if anybody does have anything that they really want to have an itch that they really want some more clarification on, I'd be happy to dive into it. I think we can also do maybe a live show or something like that. I think, or did we do a live show last year?
Yeah. We wrapped up the conference with a live show. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was fun though. That was fun because we did it to like rehash our favorite parts and memorize a bunch of things for people. And I don't know. We can talk about it some more.
Yep.
So, but if anybody has any ideas, feel free, feedback at weaverradio.com.
Yes. Feedback at weaverradio.com. Thanks for remembering that, Greg.
Yeah. We get so many emails there. It's so hard to sift through.
I know, man. I get flooded and it's just like, how do I deal with it? It's like my support inbox, like that's so many emails. I just can't.
Yeah. So please limit yourself to anywhere under 12 to 15 because we get so many. I don't think we can handle more than that.
Sweet. You got any new updates that you've been shipping lately, Greg?
Oh yeah, thanks. I shipped a couple minor updates for Forms Plus and Gridiron, mostly bug fixes, but I'm anxious to get out a new Forms Plus update. I'm adding Mailgun support. Ooh. Mailgun is a trend. Yeah.
What's Mailgun, Greg?
Oh, that was so staged. It's a transactional email service. Helps with email deliverability. It lets you do tracking. It does automatic tracking and click opens and stuff like that. So you can know that your message made it to the recipient's mailbox. They opened it, and they clicked any links in it. Forms Plus already supports a service called Postmark, which is very similar. So I'm adding a second service called Mailgun. So they're very inexpensive services, but I find to be highly valuable, especially for my contact forms. I use them.
Now, why would those be more valuable than me just using the mail built into my server, into my host?
Well, let's say you're in a shared hosting environment. Your host, that server gets blacklisted and all mail from that server gets blocked. So now all your messages from your contact form, you never get them. The recipient never gets them. You can have a lost lead, a lost conversion. You can never get the information from them, or something. I lost my train of thought there for a second. My wife just walked by.
That has to do with my wife walks by too. It takes your breath away.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. She didn't hear that. But that kind of thing. So it helps with the email delivery. That's the email delivery part. If your server gets blacklisted, you get blocked, you get rate limited, all those kind of things. And then all the tracking. So if you have a contact that form submission and you send a receipt to that person, you can know that they received it, that their email didn't bounce, that's a valid email, that they opened it, that they clicked a message, all that kind of good stuff. So very transparent, very inexpensive. I recommend it to people who are looking for, a more professional kind of solution. So what do you use? Do you use something like that, Joe?
For my contact forms, you know what? I just linked my email address, and it just opens up the default email client on your machine. And so I don't even have a contact form on Weaverspace at all. I just kept it super simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I use it. All of the emails sent by Chili Dog are tracked through Postmark. So, especially for invoices, for receipts, all that kind of stuff. I find it really, really helpful, really important because, I could say, oh, this person's email bounced. I've actually had this before where someone actually had a sticky finger and put a number after the .com. So clearly, you can see the typo in their email address. So I just went in and corrected it, resent down their login details kind of deal. So,
okay.
I wouldn't have caught it if I didn't get the bounce notification. So yeah. I don't know. I like it. I use it for all my contact forms, all my billing area stuff. So,
For bounces, I just, I don't know if it's still a deal on AppSumo, but there's a deal on AppSumo on this service called ClearOut. And it is an email validation service. So for about 150, I bought 1.5 million, what's it called? Validations. And it's basically $50 per 500,000 validations. So I bought 1.5 million of them. Figured that'll last me quite a while. And it's currently on AppSumo. What I did was I noticed that my, over the past few months, like my counts of my active subscribers to my emails started going down. So I did a couple things. First off, I created a subscriptions page on my website that lets people selectively unsubscribe from particular emails. So I essentially have 4 different types of emails. 3 happen every week, and 1 is like big announcements. So you can subscribe or unsubscribe from every single type of email individually, which is cool. So that was one thing I did. The next thing I did just this week, actually on Monday, is I got this ClearOut thing. Then I put my entire email list through, and it found it was like 600 and something emails that were actually not valid, so that they would have bounced. So yeah, I removed about 600 emails from my list this week because those particular email addresses weren't valid. And I did that through this ClearOut service.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. I've heard that there's mixed results on the effectiveness of those for some lower, like Yahoo, like the accuracy on the Yahoo and the Hotmail may not be so well, but I've seen stuff like that. I think that's a good idea, especially if you have this bulk email list. You don't want to send out a bunch of invalid email addresses. So
yeah,
that's a good idea.
Because if you send out too many, if your bounce rate is too high, then you start getting flagged as a potential spammer and stuff like that. And my percentage is pretty low. It's like I think it has to be below 3%, I think, which I'm way below that. But anyway, yeah. So I thought that was a good idea, and it was pretty cheap. And the reason, if you're wondering why I bought 1.5 million, is, and actually I'm not sure I even talked to you since this happened, Greg. I took over the I'm the new kind of tech lead for Foundation, the actual open source project for Foundation. And one of the major costs for that software is its email list. And so Zurb was spending thousands of dollars every month on maintaining a 300,000 person email list. And so at first I was like, fuck, what am I going to do about that? Oh, oops, sorry, excuse my French. But so, with 300,000 emails, I thought I subscribed to this service. And I bought so many so that I can actually validate that entire list before I upload it and try to use it as an active email list, a marketing list for the open source project. That's not for any of my RapidWeaver stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much why I bought so many. Was to validate that $300,000 or 300,000 email list, which is kind of nuts. That's ginormous, so big.
So tell me more about this. So now you're working as a consultant for the Foundation company. Their company too, right?
Zurb started Foundation as a framework, and basically they still want to be involved, but they don't want to own and manage the project anymore. So I'm taking ownership and management responsibilities for the actual framework. So I'm currently transitioning everything over off the Zurb servers and onto either mine or some other hosting that I've secured. So for example, the Netlify, you've probably heard of Netlify. They have an open source package. So I get free hosting for the entire Foundation website because it's open source. So Netlify offers that, which is kind of cool because they have that whole Git integration and already have it working. So we got a new domain. We're going to set up a nonprofit organization actually for it. So it's a pretty big deal. I'm going to be the new head maintainer or whatever you want to call it, head poobah for the entire open source framework. Obviously, there are. I'm not going to be the only developer behind it. There are what we call Yeti knots, behind Foundation, and there's about a dozen of them or so that are core contributors to the actual code. So I'll probably be doing more management and marketing for the framework than I will actual code. But obviously, since that code is core to my business as well, I'm going to be highly active in that. So I'm really excited for it. It's going to be, like I said, I'm right in the thick of trying to transition everything. Huge project, the biggest thing I've ever managed or done. So it'll take a while to move everything over and until it's like fully integrated into my day-to-day life. But yeah, it's a pretty big undertaking.
Yeah. Congrats. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Sweet. So, well, anything else, Greg, before we wrap up?
Nope. It sounds good, sir. Keep on chugging. Hopefully I get to talk to you again soon. I know you've been busy and I've been busy, heads down and working hard. So nice to come up and take a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. Especially when you don't have to smell poop, right? I'm glad I don't have to do that no more.
Yeah, thankfully, he's not on solids, so it's
okay.
Not that stinky yet.
Okay.
So soon though, right? Soon cool. enough.
So Greg,
all right.
Where on the webs can everybody locate your beautiful face?
And hear my wonderful voice.
And hear your wonderful voice. And your beautifully typed words from your copywriter, your new fancy copywriter.
Good point. Well, that isn't live yet, but soon. ChiliDogSoftware.com and ChiliDogHosting.com and at Barshot on Twitter. How about you, Joe?
Sweet. I am at Joe Workman everywhere. You can catch my website over at weavers.space. That is www.weavers.space. And for the podcast, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And check us out. Check out all of our show archives. Some really, really good ones. I refer people to our archives of shows all the times, especially episode number 10. It's probably my most referenced show. How to get and jump on the HTTPS bandwagon. Really good show. A lot of people have been enjoying that. All the talks that me and Greg did about what you need to do to get HTTPS on your site. Check that out at weaverradio.com. Please send us feedback. What do you want us to talk about? We want to help you. We want to let you know inform you about things that you want to learn about. So send us an email to feedback@weaverradio.com or hit us up on, there is a Weaver Radio space over on the Weaver Space community as well. Feel free to post there. Me and Greg will be happy to answer you, help you out, and talk about it directly on the show. We'll even mention you by name. How about that? Right? So cool. Take care, everybody. We will talk to you soon and go out and make something great.
Yes. Cheers, Joe.
Cheers, Greg. Bye.
See ya.
Oh, outro. Man, I'm rusty.